Hi, today we're going to do a few just things that I do that make life a little bit easier, save us a little bit of money, and instead of purchasing some of these things that you can do yourself, I'm going to show you how. And one of these, I have help today from some of the kids. If you stick around and see what we've got. Thanks. This is one of Diesel's favorite things to do. We take the bread, we leave it all dried out, or leave it out on the bread bags, and we put it in a Ziploc baggie. He goes and gets the meat tenderizer hammer, and he pulverizes it with the hammer. You want to show us what you do, buddy? He just keeps breaking it all up until it's into crumbs. And then we take and we put it in a container and put it, excuse the trash in the background. Then we put it in a container in the freezer, and we have breadcrumbs for meatloafs and everything else. That meatballs, meatloaf, bread, some chicken, all of that kind of fun stuff. And we do this on a regular basis. This is one way to save those hills or any bread that might be a little dried out. You leave it set out, or you can put it in the oven and dry it out too. This is just quicker, or not quicker necessarily, but easier on the budget, and because it doesn't heat up the house or anything like that. But this is one way that we do it. And here's little Lauren. Can you say hi? Say hi to the camera. Yeah, it's a happy baby today. Yes, she is. But yes, so this is his favorite thing to help Mom out in the kitchen with. And so we'll move on to the next thing here in just a second. Thanks. Okay, so another tip I have is we take rotisserie chickens, because they're cheap, especially if you get them at the end of the night where they've already put them in the cooler. They're really cheap. But you get the rotisserie chicken, and you take it, and you debone all the meat, and then you take the meat and put it in a Ziploc. Hold on a second. Let's see if I got a Ziploc bag. So you'll take a freezer bag. Woo! I about fell there. Haha. Okay, so you'll take and you'll peel the skin off. If you got kids who like the skin, give it to them. If you got a dog that likes the skin, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's not good for a dog. I don't know. But I'm not a fan of the skin. I don't like really chicken skin unless it's crispy. But you peel the skin off, and then you take all the meat. You put the meat in a Ziploc baggie, and we'll freeze the meat for some night for chicken and noodles, or chicken and noodles, chicken enchiladas, anything with that. And over here, we got the Instapot over by our sink. I'll show you that in just a minute. And we will take and we will put all of the bones and some other things in the Instapot and make some bone broth here in a little bit. So you debone it. Like I said, this is the easy part. And you take it out. Okay. Diesel, if you want to bring that over here, you can bring that over here. You can show them what you're doing. So he was working on come over here. He was working on the breadcrumbs. We have this container that we store breadcrumbs in. And he takes, and what you'll do is we'll just dump them in there. Like I said, this is our breadcrumbs for our meatloafs, our meatballs, breading. If you got chicken Parmesan. And this is our cheap way to have breadcrumbs. You add a little Parmesan cheese or a little bit of Italian seasoning. There's just some breadcrumbs. Okay, and that just goes in our freezer, and we'll save them for when we need breadcrumbs. So we'll debone the chicken, putting it all in the Ziploc baggie, which is, not the funnest thing. I'm going to do a video tomorrow. Hey, Lauren, can you get her some more puffs, please? I'm going to do a video later of the great things I got at Walmart today. we went and they had some pretty good clearance stuff. I don't know if it's all stores or just ours, but I was able to get some pretty good sale items, and I'm gonna video that and upload that here, hopefully after this video, so it's not out of order. But I didn't spend a lot, but got Lauren some new clothes and got Koi a pair of sweatpants. Those I think may have already wandered off, so those may not make it into the video, but they're just gray sweatpants. So, and got a little bit of food that was on their clearance and stuff too, and do that. So I'm just kind of winging this. I don't, I'm showing you what we do to save us some money as a family of 11. Yes, there are 9 kids, ranging from 16 down to 16 down to
6 months.
6 months. Good job, Diesel. Thank you. And we do everything to get our food budget down low. This was a chicken that, like I said, was just rotisserie chicken. Let me grab. And I prefer my own broth to anybody else's. And so we got our Instapot bucket here. Because as I'm peeling this, I'll throw the chicken leg in there. Saying hi. Will you get in the refrigerator the garlic out? I think we still got garlic up there.
Up here?
No, the garlic on the, it should be, it's on the top door. So yeah, just debone the chicken, yeah. Okay, so we have the bones in here. We got garlic from Sam's Club. I buy it in these big containers. Garlic has a lot of health benefits, and it gives some great flavor to your broth. Okay, and then take onions. I always cut them up, throw them in the freezer, and then you can just put them in there when you've got them. Oops. They're frozen and they're pretty solid. Oh, they go flying. Oh well, this is life at our house. Onions fly everywhere. Yay! So, the onions, cleaned out the freezer just a little bit. So, pick those up, throw them in. And then we take, this was some celery and some carrots that were left over from something that were about ready to go bad. You throw those in. Okay. Now for something like this, I like Himalayan salt. It's got a lot of health benefits. You can research that yourself because I'm not a medical advice person. But you just put this in. This isn't going to make a huge batch of bone broth, but it will make enough to put a couple jars in the freezer. I don't have any of my jars in the house to show you. And then some black pepper. And this is 2 ways to make sure there's no waste, like I said, or actually more than 2 because you do the onions. When you didn't need a whole onion, you put half of one in there. And the carrots and celery were a no waste thing too. You can put ginger in it if you had ginger, and you can put a lot of different things in it. So then you'd fill it. If you had like a turkey or a bunch of beef bones, you can go to the PC Max. I have an 8-quart Instapot, I think. You can do this with a 6-quart. You can do this with, I don't know what all size they come in, but you can do this in a 6-quart easily. I'm only going to go to the half mark in the pressure cooker with water. And this is how you do it. It'll be in the pressure cooker for about 3 hours. And the video I make later with the clothes, I'll probably show this to you, but for now, you'll see the beginning steps, and I'll show you the broth, the ending broth later. So it'll go straight in here. Let me show you. Put the lid on. Make sure the valve is shut. And then we will take where it says soup broth, right? Hold on. Where it says soup broth, you'll press that. Leave it at 3 minutes. Turn off the keep warm. And it'll start. And that's how it says on, and that's how you make chicken broth or beef broth or any other bone broth. Because it has the vegetables, it'll have a lot more extra nutrients and stuff in it also. And then when this gets done, we'll take and we'll strain it with a big colander, and then we'll take a smaller one with smaller holes and strain it out some more. And then I'll put them in mason jars with the plastic lids that are freezer safe and stick them in my freezer. I'll show you the finished product later with the video of what I've got for cheap at Walmart. Like I said, so we've got breadcrumbs now for the freezer, and we'll have bone broth for the freezer also. Tomorrow, or later, I'll also show you what we're going to do with this big hunk of meat. My roaster quit, and I don't have a roaster pan big enough for this, so I'm going to have to find a way. Probably going to cut these in half and cook them in the freezer, or cook them in 2 different crock pots. So, and tonight is spaghetti. Yum. So, if you got any ideas or want to know what else is for dinner, just holler. Subscribe down below, and like and comment. Thanks. You guys have a great day.